So this comes to the last part from the last batch of questions for CHAROK LAMA SHERPA RINPOCHE. I wish to take this moment to once again thank you from the bottom of my heart to my two wonderful Dharma friends. My very first roommate, Sunshine from Serache Monastery, for your question to CHAROK LAMA SHERPA RINPOCHE. Also to a dear friend in Serache Monastery for introducing me to CHAROK LAMA SHERPA RINPOCHE back in 2015. And so then we have this series of audio clips for all of us. I also would like to thank once again to all of my listeners from San Jose Godzilla radio program on KVVN 1430 AM, as well as all of you who have been watching the video clips. And also I want to thank my twin sister from Australia for helping us to bring Dharma to other brothers and sisters around the world. Also I like to thank Vietnalanda Foundation for your words of encouragement and spreading Dharma. And most importantly, our dear teacher for taking the time with us, CHAROK LAMA SHERPA RINPOCHE. And now I like to give you CHAROK LAMA SHERPA RINPOCHE. So to wrap it up for today, Rinpoche-la, is there one thing that you can please, Rinpoche-la, remind us to practice at this time? And it's nice to hear from you, Rinpoche-la.
That one, I would go back to what I said earlier.
Yes.
Calming your mind.
Oh, thank you, Rinpoche-la.
That's one of the basic, I think it's one of the first things you need to do. It is not just regarding Buddhism and practices, it is regarding life in general. You need to proceed with a calm mind. When your mind starts to go all over the places, then a lot of different problems start to arise.
Yes.
Half of the problems might be from outer conditions, but half of it is because of the inner conditions.
I see.
If you're frustrated and it rains, then you get angry.
Yes.
If you are hurt and it rains, then you become sad. So even though the same condition from outside, it can change the conditions inside based on your mindset.
Yes.
So now if the mind is calm, then all of the things that are happening outside, even though drastic things might happen, still the intake would be more intakeable.
Yes.
Something that you can breathe in easier. If your head is full of anger and hatred and things like that, and then something drastic happens, then the breathing, those things that you take in from what happened outside also becomes harder.
Yes.
So one of the basis of not just practice, but life in general, practice calm mind, Try to calm your mind, soothe yourself. Know to love yourself, but not through attachment.
Wow.
Know to love others, but also not through attachment. Yeah?
Yes.
Now with this attachment, then the expectation also starts to arise. When the expectation starts to arise, then something doesn't happen according to your expectation, then problems start to arise.
Yes.
So without that, genuine, sincere, unconditional,
wow.
And on that method, if you go through the process of breathing day by day with that kind of mind, then because of the expectation, the conditions are not there. Therefore, your mind is also more relaxed.
Yes.
And that's, if you want to become a practitioner, your mind has to be calm. If your mind is not calm, very hard to become a practitioner. Yes. Very, very hard. Because practice takes a lot of vigorous, you have to go through vigorous paths.
Wow.
Now vigorous, I don't mean like, climbing a mountain, but vigorous within, inside.
Yes.
You have to work hard inside. And if your mind is not calm, it's like you trying to climb up a hill without sleeping for 3 days. It's going to be very hard. You might be able to, but it's going to take you a very long time. And it's going to be very hard. So you need to be well rested. The mind needs to be well rested to enter the journey.
Wow.
So calmness is one of the basis, all of those. Make sense?
Oh my goodness, Rinpoche-la, yes. And I think,
okay, good.
I'm too far away from the right path. I'm somewhere else, Rinpoche-la. Oh my goodness.
If you are a practitioner, you need to be someone who's able to come back to this basis.
Oh, wow.
Ease basis. Understand your mind. Okay? Calm yourself down. Breathe in, breathe out. These are normal things that we do to calm our mind.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? So you have to be able to do that before you go on to something.
Yeah.
Even if you're going into exam, if you go to inside an exam with a very stable mind, then you're bound to forget things, to mess up things.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
If you're going into a job interview with that kind of mindset, then also again, something is bound to happen.
Yes.
Then,
yes.
If you're entering the job interview with a calm mind, If you get the job, then the mind is also calm. If you don't get the job, then it's also calm.
Yes.
So even if there is problem, there's less problem.
Yes.
There's less suffering within. Now, let's say you were agitated before you went to the interview, then interview didn't go well. Then what happens? Because your mind is not calm. Then it
Yes.
starts to label, it starts to make up all of these things.
Yes.
Oh, what if I don't get the job? Oh, what if, then I might never get a job. Oh, then I might have to do this. Oh, this is making up things about the future.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
People maybe not got interviews, but they're still living. People beg on the street, they're still living.
Yes. Yes.
No need to worry, they're living. It's not like it's the end of their life. Yeah?
Yes.
People lose their house, lose their job, they're still living.
Yeah.
Yeah? People go into solitary, they live in caves, they meditate, maybe no food, no that, no this, but they're still living.
Yes.
The strange thing about human beings is we are one of the most adaptable species there can ever exist, I think.
Yes. Yes.
We are so good at adapting. That's our ability. So, losing something, losing a game is not the end of the day.
Yes.
Losing a job is not the end of the day. Yeah?
Yes, Rinpoche. Losing a guru may be the
maybe
end.
also losing your partner, your girlfriend is not the end of the day.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Failing in one exam is not. Yeah?
Yes.
Now,
Rinpoche.
some people say failing of the exam is the end of the day. So then what they do, they jump off of buildings.
Oh.
This is crazy, no? That's what happens when the mind is all over the place.
Yes, Rinpoche.
It's not the end of the day. They have thousands of failures, doing okay with their life.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche. I think this is very, very beneficial to a lot of us, especially to myself,
Yeah.
Rinpoche. Thank you so much, Rinpoche.
As a practitioner, like I said earlier, you need to come to this,
Yes.
okay, this space.
Yes.
You must. If you are unable to come to this space, the humblicity, the sincerity, the peace.
Yes.
If you're unable to come back to this place, then you will know that your practice is actually not going very well.
Yes.
That's how you know that your practice is not working. You are unable to come back to the earth. You're all over the world. You go to this realm, that realm, all over this.
Yes.
And if you're unable to come back to earth, then your practice is vain.
Yes,
Your
Rinpoche.
practice is not going well.
Yes. Wow. Oh, I have a lot to do, Rinpoche. I feel like, oh my God, the more I try to enter Buddhism, the more I feel like it's getting further and further, Rinpoche. But this is
It will appear to seem further and further when we have this thing, the more I read, the more I figure out how much I don't know.
Yes, Rinpoche. That's how I'm feeling right now. I know nothing.
Yeah, but like I said, if you have a stable base,
Yes.
the most important thing I think at the moment is building the base. It's not about all of those, realms and that and this and it's okay. The basis.
Yes.
If you have a stable base, and then after that, once you enter, it will be like bullet you can shoot up.
Wow.
If you don't have a stable base, then you keep falling down.
Yes, Rinpoche. I will take this into my practice and to my heart. Thank you so much, Rinpoche. Thank you so much for showing me I know nothing, Rinpoche. I was saying thank you, Rinpoche, for showing me that I know nothing. But
You know what?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yes.
Oh.
But I'm glad I realized that I know nothing about Buddhism and Tantra, and it's so.
Most of the great practitioners have said that.
Oh,
I don't know anything.
Rinpoche.
Even His Holiness often says that.
Oh, Rinpoche.
I don't know anything.
I'm not that close. I'm talking about the basis. Thank you so much, Rinpoche. Every single
No
time
problem.
you teach us, and I receive a lot of good feedback saying that your teaching is so enjoyable. And even though this is yes, Rinpoche.
I'm glad they enjoy, and I really, really hope that it helps.
And they
That's
were
the whole
ask-
reason behind it.
Yes, Rinpoche. They were asking if whenever you come to America and if you do come to San Jose, if you can give a teaching, because they really, really feel like it's easy to follow your teaching. So I'm very thankful,
Yeah, of
Rinpoche.
course.
Yes,
Sure, sure.
Rinpoche. So hopefully one day people can meet you in San Jose, Rinpoche.
Yeah.
So, so thank you so much, Rinpoche. We hope that you
Oh, my
have a
pleasure.
wonderful day, Rinpoche.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Rinpoche. Until next time, Rinpoche.
Okay.
Bye bye,
Bye.
Rinpoche. And this ended the session with CHAROK Lama Sherpa Rinpoche on calming our minds. I hope you found it beneficial, and I hope to receive more questions from you so that we may address CHAROK Lama Sherpa Rinpoche. Because Rinpoche says that he doesn't have any specific topic or message for us. Instead, Rinpoche would answer any burning questions that we may have. So with that, I wish to say thank you in advance for sending in your questions via my timeline on Facebook or my email address sjkozila@yahoo.com. I also wish to share with you my second time that I received private teaching from His Eminence Jordan Rinpoche, my root guru, as you well know. I remember vividly the very first time that I met His Eminence Jordan Rinpoche and had 30 minutes of private teaching translated by Shering. And then the following year, Rinpoche came back, and it was 2006, and Geshe-la translated for me. And I remember because Geshe-la just learned English. So when Jordan Rinpoche told me, you have to meditate on the 4 immeasurables in the morning when you wake up, and that was translated by Geshe-la. And I said, Geshe-la, you mean the 4 noble truths, right? And I remember Geshe-la took a pen, tapped on my head, and said, no, HG, 4 immeasurables. I had no clue what Rinpoche meant. And Geshe-la said he will teach me, but he was busy. So luckily, when I opened the Medicine Buddha Sutra, and everyone knows me, knows that I love Medicine Buddha Sutra, bam, right in front of me, 4 immeasurables. Oh my goodness. So every morning I woke up, I meditated on the 4 immeasurables, just like Jordan Rinpoche told me. Honestly, it's very, very powerful. It's changed my life. It changed my day. I looked at the day differently, and there was always a meaning to my actions, thanks to that teaching from His Eminence Jordan Rinpoche. So the following year when Rinpoche came back, it was 2007, Rinpoche looked at me and said, meditate on this. Just one word. Oh my goodness, where do I start with this one word? But I managed. So the following year, Rinpoche came back, it was 2008, and Rinpoche looked at me and he didn't say anything about my meditation topic. Instead, he taught me on something else. So later, I asked Geshe-la, I said, how come the past 2 years, Jordan Rinpoche always gave me assignment to meditate, and this year he just left me alone? What do I do? What topic should I meditate on? As usual, Geshe-la took his pen, tapped on my head, and said, well, congratulations, HG, you graduated. Huh? No, you're done. No more assignment for you. That's not true. But then I realized that that was the time that I started to be pushed, pulled, forced to go to the next step, that is to take highest yoga tantra. And as I told you, I wasn't able to get into Tantra until 2012. Finally, I was able to be admitted to His Eminence Jordan Rinpoche's highest yoga Tantra. And then 2013 and then 2014, bam, Rinpoche manifested illness, couldn't come back. And 2015, Rinpoche entered Nirvana. I wasted too many times when I had Rinpoche available to teach everybody, and I missed all of his classes, being fear of Tantra, not knowing what that is. I share this with you with the wish that for those of you who haven't decided to enter Tantra, that once you decide, you can avoid the mistake of the century that I made. That was, I always believed that Jordan Rinpoche, my root guru, would always, miraculously be there physically to teach all of us. And so I missed a lot of his teachings. So I hope you take the time to prepare yourself, enter Tantra confidently with lots of knowledge, and be able to understand renunciation, emptiness, compassion, or mother's love. And then on top of that, calm your mind. All of those things that CHAROK Rinpoche kept reminding us. With that, thank you for listening. Hope you have a nice, beautiful Dharma path that you can help yourself, benefit others, and have a happy life. Thank you. Bye bye. Au revoir. Tạm biệt.